Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Rentra Build-A-Figure Wave Despair. And man, I hope some of you like this figure, otherwise Hasbro's going to have some trouble. Or at least like this character, because it's going to be hard for them to push this figure. It is underwhelming. There's one good thing about it, I would say, and the rest is bad. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about, let's say 16.25 centimeters, and that's going to make him pretty close to 6 3/8 inches. And my first question, well, maybe my only question, we'll see if I get to the second one, because there isn't one yet. My question of the day is, which version of Despair is your favorite? I think he looked best in the Excalibur comics. I don't like all the goofy looks that they have for him. This happens to be based on most of the looks that can either be goofy or good, and they went very goofy. He does not look imposing at all, mostly because of the way they did his head. His forehead is humongous, and the way it's painted makes it look even bigger. And his big bulgy eyes, and it doesn't have the right skull look to the face, and it just looks so goofy to me. So let's go ahead and get into the aesthetics. The main thing about this figure is, well, let's talk about the cape first since it's already on. They made the cape such that it hangs straight down and is pinched very tightly to hold on to his body, and that's a good enough thing. It doesn't hang funny like a lot of the capes have, where they stick all the way back or they lift up in the neck. That's fine, except the way they did it, it does. It does anyway, despite what they did. This is all the way up to under his chin. It's pressing up against his head, and the shoulders don't sit down onto his shoulders. So it still doesn't have the right look. Like, you can see the shoulders hanging over here, but his shoulders are in here. So, nice try, I guess, but it's just not well done. The holes and things are well done, and it's molded in white and painted with black. At least that's what it looks like. I can't imagine they would have painted the white. Yeah, that's right. And like, they did a good enough job, and it's textured on the inside if you like that, but the cape not being a form-fitting cape and still being the best thing tells you pretty much everything you need to know about this figure. Because if you take the cape off, what you get is a hunk of black plastic on an average mold that has a really long neck and nothing going on for it. The arms are molded in white and painted with the black, it looks like, and it's fine. But it's not like particularly good, and that's the only thing they did for this body. It is just solid black plastic. There is nothing going on. This is not worth $20. This is not a collectible. This is nothing. This is, you might as well just have a cardboard cutout of the character, because you're not getting anything for your money here that's even close to worth it. The only nice thing I can say about this is that it's not very glossy. It's okay, but the paint job for the head is rough. It's not good. And the sculpt I find to be quite goofy looking, even compared to his goofy looks. This looks like a person in bad cosplay. So aesthetically speaking, I'm going to give this a super generous 4 out of 10. It could be worse, but it would be very difficult to do. Now, as far as accessories go, we'll count the cape, I guess. But you get the 2 fist hands that come on him in the package, and then you get 2 of the open hands. Yet they only kind of have pointy fingernails, and he's generally got like big claw type fingers. So that's it anyway. So it would be bad even if they were accurate, but I don't think they're accurate enough. And so I'm going to go 4 out of 10. No, 2 out of 10 for accessories. Okay, let's talk about articulation. That should at least be fine. The head can look all the way back and all the way forward. It's got the standard hinge and ball peg. It rotates. Just a little bit of attitude. Definitely sits high. Definitely kind of a big head for the skinny body. There's just nothing really appealing about this figure. The butterfly does work nicely. Appealing to look at, I mean. Butterfly is okay. Shoulders go up if you force them, so that's fine. You get your full rotation. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Not the best range. Yeah, just not the best range. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. Ab crunch does go back, and he becomes pregnant when you do that. And it does go forward, and that's okay. Waist twist is fine. We still have this weird bulge at the hip. Very strange. Not very superhero-esque. And for the legs, they go forward but out to the side. We've seen this body before, so it's kind of pointless to review, but I'm going to do it because we're here. We do get the nice splits out of this guy, so that's good. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee is fine. Shin swivel is nicely done. It lines up well. Ankles go all the way back and all the way forward. Enough. And you have a nice ankle rocker. So yeah, it's got decent enough articulation. The sculpt on the body isn't good, but I've already talked about that ad nauseum. I'll give the articulation 7 out of 10. Nothing special, but it's good enough. So final verdict on this guy. Let's have a quick talk about what we're getting for our money as collectors, guys. I would make the argument that for even the $20 price point, this figure doesn't cut it. This figure has almost no effort put into it. It reuses almost every part. All we're getting is a cape and a head. Virtually zero paint, and we're paying full price for it. I don't think that's okay. And the only reason they do this is because other people are buying these things. Enough people are buying these things at this price point. If they stop buying them, they will have to make better figures, or they will have to lower the price. Those are the only two options, or they could quit making figures altogether, but as far as I'm concerned, they might as well if this is what we're going to be paying for. This is not a good figure by any means, and it's definitely not worth the price point. So I'm going to give it a final verdict of 3 out of 10. It's a placeholder. The cape is done well enough, but that's not enough. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. In the meantime, keep collecting.